every part of your day is tightly scheduled, from attending meeting to doing homework, from working out to eating, from reading to journaling, from playing games to watching Netflix, from this to that, from here to there. You are obsessed with getting things done, right? To take off all of those items in your to-do list. And when it's time to rest, you slack off with this feeling of unease and incompleteness, a slight sensation of guilt. Why is that? It's just so good to see you guys back for yet another videos. And if you're new to this channel, then hi, my name is Danny, and on this channel we are the men that we're trying to achieve, try to become the men we know that we could be through holistic self-improvements in philosophy, fitness, and no fat. First and foremost, you, my friend, deserve a round of applause because you have your own goals and you strive every day, grind every day to try to achieve it. And that is amazing. But please, if you're not sure or you're really being productive or not, or just being busy, then start with this videos right here. I will link it over here somewhere, and start with that, and you can come back to this later. And for the first reason, for my productive peeps out there, you guys are just running on the hedonic treadmill. This concept psychologically explains why us humans always want more and more. Why all the fancy new clothes that we just have bought, or the promotion that we cheer so much about, just suddenly became the norm, became so normal. Yes, it is absolutely normal and actually beneficial for you to strive for more and more, to push yourself even harder and harder. And I know, in order to grow, you have to lean a bit over your limits. And if you take it to the extreme, every win will merely be meaningless. You are so obsessed with the outcome and the destination that you forget about the journey, forget to enjoy your own fruits of labors. Just you being left there, physically and mentally burn out. Well, I have certainly done just that. And to make matters worse, I compare myself to others and foolishly convince myself that I was not working hard enough. So from taking steady step, I began to sprint with the intention to cross that finish line first. Of course, the finish line that I invented myself. All I have to say is that have enough pride to know who you are and enough humility to know who you can become. Alright, I have a question for you. Does this look familiar? Yes, this is the iconic visual demonstrations of Stephen Covey, the author of The 7 Habits of Effective People. Say that you have a jar, some rocks, some pebbles, and some sand. So the question is, how do you fit all of those into a jar? And if you are 5 years old, you will put first in the sand, then the pebbles, and then the big rocks in last. And of course, you cannot fit all of the big rocks, and there will be some left outside. Well, the trick is to revert those processes and to put in the big rock first, which represent all of our major tasks, the important tasks that we need to do. And as you can guess, all of the pebbles are like the not so important tasks that you have to do, and the sand is just you procrastinating, checking your emails and scrolling on social media. The reasons why I bring up this experience is that because in a recent podcast between Ali Abdaal and Oliver Bergman,
libel or slander. Yeah.
But the experiment is plainly rigged, right? It's set up, the professor, the teacher, has only brought as many big rocks in as he knows can ultimately, with the right configuration, be made to fit. And I think that extending this metaphor, the problem most of us have with time management these days, the main one, it's not necessarily that we're bad at prioritizing. It's just that there are too many big rocks to fit in the jar. In other words, there are too many things that totally legitimately have a claim on your time.
Well, they basically discuss about the dilemma of this experiment is that we don't even know for sure how many big rocks there are, how many big tasks there are that we need to cover. In other words, there's a gigantic mismatch between our infinite desire and our finite resources of energies and time. between our limitless obligation and our limited capacity to deliver. Well, as you slowly digest this idea, it will almost feel liberating inside of all the discomfort. Well, it's liberating because you know that you don't need to juggle everything competently at once. Well, you accept that you have to let go of things to be able to do other great things. And that's okay. Once you stop wearing so many hats, you will just ask yourself, what's the best thing for me to do right now? And you just commit to it. Well, as Marcus Aurelius have said, we have the double benefits to do less and to do better. So my friend, the solutions to all of these existential crises are far simpler than you think. Rest and make time to enjoy life. Like how it's mentioned in the book 5 AM Club by Robin Sharma. Einstein loved to sail, Aristotle and Charles Dickens adored daily walk, Hollywood superstar Meryl Streep used to knit, Steve Wozniak played polo, Bill Gates mastered bridges, and Sergey Brin would often be up on a high-flying trapeze. Time away from work isn't a waste. They understand, and you should too, that the growth actually happens in the resting phase, and sustainability is the key to becoming legendary. Oh yeah, like Robin Sharma has said, you don't want to be the richest person in the graveyard, you know? And what a better way to improve your longevity through understanding more about fitness, right? Which I have a whole playlist right here. Okay? Take care, stay strong, and I will see you in the next video. Right? Goodbye.